spokesperson to President Bola Tinubu, Bayo Onanuga, has said that former presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, is a bitter person. He made the expression on X while on Monday, and the statement might have stemmed from Obi's recent visit to Canada, where he criticized the failure of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, during the last presidential election. We're looking at the attack and the criticism that has been leveled against the presidential flag bearer of the People's Democratic Party, and we're joined this morning, of the Labour Party, I beg your pardon. And we're joined this morning by the spokesperson of the Labour Party Lagos, Ife Salako. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. First of all, congratulations on your appointment.
Thank you.
You look like a spokesperson. Welcome.
We're trying.
Okay. All right, so let's first of all get into the statement and the allegations of bitterness against the Labour Party's presidential flag bearer. That's, of course, His Excellency Peter Obi. Let's talk about, what would you say is there any merit or weight to some of the criticisms that has been leveled against him in most recent times?
I mean, it's if the criticisms are not coming, then he's not doing the right thing. When last in this country have you seen a candidate in a presidential election and the election is over and everybody is talking about it? Yeah. It's because there is somebody now who knows that politics don't end when election ends. It's someone who knows that there has to be roles that you have to play as a citizen, not just as a candidate, not just because you want to contest for a particular post. As a citizen, as a Nigerian, he knows, Peter Obi knows very well that he has a role to play as a Nigerian, and he's playing the role as a citizen who wants a better nation. And of course, he was asked recently if he was going to contest again in 20, and he said, look, I'm not bothered about that now. I want to focus on the things that will move the nation forward first. So, and in doing this, the opposition are already threatened. This statement from Mr. Bayo Onanuga is a threatened statement. It feels threatened.
But the standpoint he's coming from is that he says that His Excellency Peter Obi is demarketing Nigeria. So he goes abroad. In fact, he referred to him as chief mourner. That he said the chief mourner woke up, wore his usual morning clothes, and went to Canada to practice his market of demarketing Nigeria. And while he was at it, he said that the mayor of the town got hold of the mic and started singing the praises of Nigeria and Lagos in particular.
And so someone is in Nigeria, someone is in Canada rather, and the mayor is saying that, oh, because of this person, I want to come back to Nigeria. And so you see, politics will allow people to twist whatever they want in whichever way they want it. At least the president of Obi made the mayor to sing the praises of Nigeria. Where have we seen the president of Nigeria that all the places that he has been going to, that people are singing the praises of Nigeria? So Obi was demarketing Nigeria, but the people that are there are singing the praises of Nigeria and they want to come to Nigeria. Then he should demarket Nigeria more, if that's what demarketing will do to us. If he's going to demarket us in that way, and the people he's demarketing us to wants to come to the country, are interested in coming to Nigeria, and then we should do more of that kind of demarketing. I mean, if you understand what it means for you to go out there, talk to people about your country, and they are interested in coming to the nation, they are interested in, coming, singing the praise of your nation, shouldn't you commend the person that has, created the platform for that to happen? Should you come around and start saying that he is bitter? He is bitter, yet he's bringing the people to the country. I mean...
Is it the same, do you think it's the same feeling threatened, that, caused the statements also by Dave Umahi, the Minister for Works, who, of course, said pretty much the same thing, that Peter Obi is, getting
so
a certain section of the country agitated.
Anybody who is working with APC is already threatened by Peter Obi. Once you're in the APC caucus, because they know very well. I would say it. I would always say it. The Labour Party is the only opposition party. Peter Obi is the only person that does not belong to the caucus. That caucus of a group of people who are ready to ruin Nigeria by their pilfering, by stealing, by embezzling. It is only Peter Obi that does not belong to that. He said it recently in the same, interview that he spoke. He said when he was governor, and they were the only reason the elites of Anambra didn't like him was because they expect him to be giving them the state money. And when the president then, President Olusegun Obasanjo, told him that your people are not happy with you, he said, oh, it is because they want me to be giving them Anambra state money, and I cannot give it to them for nothing. And so if this man has stood his ground all the way from being the governor of Anambra, and today he's still standing and saying that it must be about Nigeria, it must be about the people. And then you, the Minister for Works, who we know very well that he has been bitter since he was not picked as the vice presidential candidate, when they were all in PDP, to run with Atiku. That was where the whole beef started from. And then he took it now, he had a chance to. How can you say a man that is telling everybody that, look, these projects you want to embark on is an elephant project that will take you years and too much of money to do, when you have other roads, so many other roads in this country that we could have fixed and get to work and be more, derive more from them. And then we want to go and start this one in the state of Nigeria today. And so you think that is right for you to say that it is inciting of a particular ethnic group? So for someone like me, a pure Yoruba boy, born, raised in Lagos now, and I agree with Peter Obi, is also inciting me. For the Northerners who are also agree with him, is inciting them ethnically. For different parts of people who agree with him, even people that are in government that agree with him, and so it doesn't make any sense. It is still that same threat that they all feel towards Peter Obi, and know that this is the only person they are scared of politically. So it's fine for all this conversation.
But let's just talk a little bit more about how far we've come. It's going to be 1 year in a bit, 29th.
Yes.
There, of course, is a Lagos-Calabar coastal, project. There's other things that the government has also invested its time into. Is there aspects that you would give them credit for and say, yes, I may be, speaking for the Labour Party, but, I think they've done well in this regard?
Maybe immigration, because there's no point to, maybe the immigration, because there's been some sort of reform in that particular agreement. There are some good, there are some goods, there are some bads, of that. But maybe the immigration, maybe the way, the minister rearranged the, But then outside that, what do we want to give credit? We judge society by development and progress, right? So let's look at it. Security, where are we? People are still being killed in their houses, in their farms, every day, every other day. Security is still -0. In fact, it got worse. At a point up to now, maybe we just try to play it down. There is kidnappings around the whole country. Some people find it hard. I know a lot of people that are turned down traveling, interstate from just within the southwestern states to attend events like they usually do. They turn it down, all because of insecurity. This was not happening before. This was not happening. So what are we judging it with or by? The APC have a banner that they made in 2015 and followed it up in 2019. In 2015 specifically, where it was written $2 to 217 naira is bad. And today the same APC are saying that no, the rate of dollar does not really matter. It is the stability. Stability of what? It's not even stable.
Yeah, but the argument is that we were always heading down this path, and as they always say, the mismanagement of the previous administration is what has led us down this path, and so, we should, some maybe even give kudos to the Buhari administration, the current administration, for managing the situation so Nigeria didn't go into complete chaos.
So, two things have happened. Removal of fuel subsidy and the floating of naira. At least, if I don't know about money, at least there is somebody, Mr. Aliko Dangote, the richest man in Africa, the richest black man living on earth, has said that the greatest mess, right, done by the APC government in 2023 was floating the naira. You see, no country in the world that don't defend their currency one way or the other. You either back it up with some, with either gold, or you have, a reserve that that you have. There is something that is always backing up your money. Now, that's on one side. Nigeria, we don't have any backup. One side. The other side is that the kind of corruption that we are facing, we have not dealt with it. I say it, see, I'm on TV and I'm saying it now. I am not a fan of subsidy removal. I will never be a fan of subsidy removal in Nigeria, fuel subsidy removal, for the fact that one of the major reasons why we keep talking about subsidy removal is that there is a group of people, maybe these people are just not up to 100 or thereabout, who are doing this racketeering, who are doing this round tripping, who are taking this money and are not using it for the purpose that it is meant to be. Oh, we all agree that there is some sort of a mismanagement, some sort of stealing in the oil sector and in the oil subsidy in particular. And instead of you to look for these people, take this money from them, get them arrested, not one person has been arrested for oil subsidy theft in this country, because they are friends to all these same politicians. Not one person has been arrested. Not one person has been, has been made to account for this money. But instead of getting these people and curbing that corruption in the oil sector, you went ahead to say, no, we cannot deal with 100 people. Let millions, 200 million of people suffer for it. And then you remove subsidy, and then we are still in this mess of fuel scarcity. There is nothing they are doing that. Oh, you read the news every day now. Maybe you tell me what they are doing right, because I'm not seeing it.
All right. As we're counting down to the next elections, how would you say that? Are there any things that we're doing differently now that would ensure that we have a different result, at the next elections? Because we did see that 2023 was a keenly contested election, keenly disputed election. So, are there things that are being done differently now to ensure that we would have a different outcome by the next election?
So when you say we, it depends. I mean, if I have to talk...
So I'm talking about the Nigerians in general, from what you've observed, and then the Labour Party, being as you're a spokesperson for the Labour Party.
Yeah, so for Nigerians, I think a lot of us are beginning to learn two things that played in the last election. There was a lot of ethnic inciting, and that's where Dave Remain should be talking about, incitement, because especially in Lagos, there was heavy clampdown on the Igbo ethnic group, especially towards the governorship election, right? Somebody came on to say openly that, Igbos are not going to vote in anywhere he has, his powers. And then we saw the spokesperson to the police saying that, oh, he was just joking. And eventually they were, on the day of the election, this thing was carried out and this person is still working freely. So that's on one side. But have Nigerians learned from this? I think so. I engage people on, daily and on different levels and on different occasions. I realize that a lot of people who voted for the APC government, they are already regretting it openly. Like, somebody said to me, Yoruba on Saturday, at the Lagos Island. He said, well, we didn't know it's going to turn out this way.
That's subject to argument. Some people would argue that this is a part of the problem, a part of the journey, birthing pangs. Ife Salako, we've run out of time for this conversation. Thank you for joining us. This is your first official interview with us as spokesperson for the Labour Party in Lagos. Thank you for your time with us, and once again, congratulations.
Thank you.